So welcome to the first official episode of the Mindmelt Podcast. Today's guest is Jayson John Stewart.
Jayson Stewart, yep.
Jayson Stewart.
Yep.
He's a art teacher at the Espanola High School, actor, director, producer, activist. Anything else?
I can't even keep track of all the hats I wear.
Just juggling too many things.
See, when I was a kid, I was a fan of Louis L'Amour novels, Western novels, and his biography was just this weird, diverse shopping list of things he had done in his life.
Checkers champion.
So I was thinking, by the time my end of my life, I want to have a really difficult eulogy and death notice to write, just to hit on all these different jobs and hobbies. And
when people read the obituary, they're like, really?
Yeah. Do you know? Yeah, he did this. He did. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look that up. I don't believe that.
And I'm bored. Yeah. No, well, actually, that's the opposite. I'm never bored because I have too many hobbies.
Yeah. I get bored often, and I don't deal with boredom well. I get like angry when I get bored.
See, I'm like my life is like a river, and all of these rocks are different hobbies. And if I remove one, it just fills in with water, and a new hobby is created. Yeah.
Good.
I'm also one who, if I don't know something, I'm going to try to learn about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good to have that.
Natural curiosity.
Yeah, that's good to have.
Yeah. I lived off in the country. I had one friend by default who was in biking distance, so I made do.
Whereabouts in the country?
Near North Bay. A little place called Chisholm Township, which is just on the border of Algonquin Park. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty much our property, our neighbors, 100 some odd acres of farmland, and then unorganized township until you get to Algonquin Park. So we were.
Wow. Yeah. You must have been outside all the time.
All the time. Yeah. And this is, of course, pre-digital and everything. So yeah. So my brother and I would explore and build and create our own little odd job companies and do whatever we did to, because at that time it wasn't the come in when the street lights are, because the closest street light was 45 minutes away.
Come in when the moon is high.
When you start hearing animal sounds in the woods that you can't identify, then come on in.
When the coyotes start circling, it's time to go in.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kevin and I, we grew up in Sudbury, so it's just like black rock and tree sprouts.
Right.
Yeah, if anyone's listening to the audio version of this, I'm here.
Yeah.
By the way.
Kevin, my engineer from episode 0 is here. He'll be joining us pretty much every podcast to chime in and keep the conversation flowing and give his 2 cents.
So far, my job has been very easy. I'm just sit back and listen.
Sit back and listen.
Yeah. Well, I'm honored to be here on episode 1.
Episode 1. Yeah. Awesome. So you did a Star Wars fan film.
I did. Yeah.
I thought I'd start out with the geek.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was one of those things. Years ago, I wanted to get my name in credits. Again, I wanted to add to that list of things I've done. So I wanted to do one film where my name would show up in a credit, and I did that, and then realized I couldn't just hold off on one.
Right.
So since then, I've done film, I've done stage, I've done television, I've done commercial, made my own films, but then I do a lot of collaborative work with filmmakers in the Sudbury area, and when they pitched the idea that they wanted to do a Star Wars fan film, I'm like, find me a role. I don't care if I'm just a background.
You played a Jedi Master.
I played a dead Jedi Master.
Yeah.
Cool.
How
Master
long was
Jarek. This was 1 year ago. This past week, it was launched. It was launched to the world. Yeah.
And good reception.
Yeah, it was a great reception. We had a lot of fun. It was a crew, like totally volunteer, unpaid crew. And many of which I'd worked with before and that I've worked with since. And
I think most Star Wars fans would be like, "You're doing a fan film?
Yeah, I'm in.
Can I spin a lightsaber?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's one thing. I didn't get to use a lightsaber. I'm dead.
Did you?
I'm just I'm a force ghost.
But that can strangely sit on logs like Obi-Wan and Empire.
Yeah. I could. Basically, I walked.
Yeah,
I just walked. We filmed up at the grotto, actually. Okay. So that was our Jedi temple. Was the background of the grotto, right. And it worked out quite well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get any action or any fighting, but I was that sage, filmy see-through Jedi Ghost, yeah. So I got to wear.
There must have been quite a bit of post production for the special.
Oh
effects.
yeah, I wasn't part of that, but definitely a lot of post production, and I really enjoyed that, and I'm always looking for other projects to get involved.
Right.
In.
What other film projects have you done? I know there's Resilience.
Resilience was my zombie film that I did 11 years ago this year. Yeah, 11 years ago already, and it was Canada's first Indigenous themed zombie film.
Right.
We had plans of doing it as a full feature film. This was just kind of a proof of concept, and it got pretty big attention. We got CBC covered it across the country. We got a lot of newspaper and television and radio spots on it. Good response from people, and then it was playing. It played in film festivals all across the world, including.
I saw like the little accolades. On
all the laurels. And claim to fame. Yeah, it opened, not opened, but it played at the Man Chinese Theater, right in the center of
Hollywood.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
so I unfortunately wasn't able to get down for that film festival, but. Yeah.
So it's still just a short film?
It's just a short film. The script was written years ago, but as this was pre-Truth and Reconciliation Commission stuff came out, and I realized that as awesome a story as it is, and as much of it that I wrote from the heart, it's not my story to tell.
Right.
So I had put together a council of experts, community members, artists, wisdom keepers from across Canada to read the script and give their feedback, and generally really positive stuff. There wasn't, just a little semantics here and there, but still I'm not comfortable. I feel that,
so it's not your story to tell.
Yeah, it's not my story to tell. So if there is an Indigenous director out there or production company, I have a script and I'm willing to give it away. Because I love the story so much.
Yeah, I know there's been a lot more sort of higher profile Indigenous films, like Indigenous crew and director and writer and everything.
Well, it's a golden age, definitely for Indigenous storytelling.
Yeah.
And I love to hear the perspectives and the different approaches to a worldview. And
Where was it filmed?
That was filmed in the Espanola area, mostly in the Espanola area.
Right.
Because it was just the opening scene. It was set on a backwoods airstrip. So there's an airport in a little airstrip in Espanola,
right? And
we got permission to shoot there. And then one of the plane owners said, "I have a plane. Do you need to have a plane in the shot?" And, absolutely. And then our pilot, our actor, Douglas Davidson, is a local actor, and he said, "Oh, by the way, I have my pilot's license." So he was able to taxi into the shot, and
little production value,
huge production value.
Yeah.
And that was mostly sponsored by Segmok Anishinaabe was the main producer, along with some other smaller producers.
That's great.
Yeah, so they kicked in some money and knew very well that we were using a lot of members of Segmok Anishinaabe as cast and crew, including my cinematographer.
Yeah, and I guess for years, you've worked pretty closely with the Indigenous communities of Espanola,
absolutely,
with teaching and everything.
With teaching and community activism and language preservation projects. And my biggest project this past year was taking a young Anishinaabekwe's version of O Canada, which she had sung in French, English, and Anishinaabe. Saw it on TikTok, and I instantly had to get in contact because at a high school, I would love to play that song, that version. She had sung it at the swearing in of Mark Carney's cabinet. And so I reached out and said, "Does anyone know who the student is? I know they're from Whitefish River First Nation, but they never went to my school." Right. At Espanola High, so obviously was a member, but probably lived elsewhere. And true enough, she lives is raised in the Ottawa Valley area, but family is from from Whitefish River First Nation, and that's where her membership is. And the mom said, "Yeah, no, we would love to get involved. And what can we do?" I said, "Well, let's get you into an audio set, into a recording session. Let's record this and make it available on all streaming services. We're actually probably next week hitting our 1,000th download.
Nice. So it's blown up a little bit. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's a national anthem. How many people download a national anthem?
Yeah, it's not something you bump in your car.
And for the 1,000 views, not views, but downloads, I think we make just over $4.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
terrific.
Canadians.
Is that Canadian?
That's
wow.
No,
cold hard,
but that's not including the fees from district kids. So yeah. But what's important about that too is that we've also made it available for free download to any First Nation or First Nation community or school.
Right.
Any school across the country that wants it gets it for free. Yeah. So right now it's playing at I think we're at around almost 60 schools and First Nations across the country.
That's fantastic.
So Mary Bright in Nawagabo, find her on where you get all your music.
Where you get all your music.
Yeah.
Awesome. And maybe you guys will get a little more of a kickback.
You
can get a Timmy's.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I gotta do my producing on air here. Move that mic closer to you.
Okay.
Right there. No, closer, like right up in.
Right up in.
You're very soft spoken. Yeah. He's got a nice, good.
He's got a good tenor.
voice.
I have a radio voice.
Dude, it's like,
Yes,
okay, now you're turning me on. So
Stop it. So, what other short films have you done over the years?
So I did. I think I loved Resilience.
Yeah.
But I think the one that I have the strongest connection to is a short film I did called The Philanthropist.
Right.
Which was filmed in Gore Bay on Manitoulin Island with a short little scene filmed in Espanola at a log cabin that no longer exists. So it's got its long life in film, and basically it was a story that I had a dream of one night. I woke up. I'm
I was reading that.
This has to be done. This is incredible. I love this story, and I went to the high school. And I told a good friend of mine, Marty Pitawanakwat, who was the Indigenous support worker at the time, I told her the whole story, beginning and end. She's like, you got to make that as a film. That's incredible. I would love to watch that. And
did you have to write it down, or was it just like
that was my problem?
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness. I had it in my head. Told her the whole story, every little nuance, and then I forgot it all. And weeks later, the back of my mind said, "You had a story.
Yeah.
Where did you put it? I can't find it in my filing system." So I went back to school for another school day. I said, "Marty, you got to tell me that story that I told you. Do you remember any of it?" She knew it.
Yeah.
Beat for beat, the entire story, and I wrote it down. And within 2 hours, I had the script written. Within 2 weeks, I had the cast, and within a month, we were filming.
It was kind of like meant to be.
It meant to be, yeah. And it's small cast of 4, featuring Dylan White, who's an incredible actor out of Gore Bay. He's worked on every project that I've done so far. I'll cast him in anything. And it's basically the story of this unnamed man called the Philanthropist, that if you have a need, you line up outside of his door and pitch your need, and he will give you what you need. But if you are going there with a heart that is not true, he has another door for you to go through.
Okay.
And
it kind of makes me think of Needful Things a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's got that feel to it. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. There's a whole world underneath this, and you know that the philanthropist is not the human you see sitting in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very Stephen King vibes.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Very strong female cast. So we've got Dylan as the philanthropist, but then you have 3 other characters. All 3 are women that come with their stories, and one is a story of heartbreak, one is a story of deception, and one is a story of hope. It was a great project to work on.
That's great.
Yeah. And then that went on. I know we're big in Germany. We won a bunch.
So was Hasselhoff. So
We won a bunch of awards at different horror film festivals in Germany.
That's great.
Dylan for best actor, and then the film for best horror short.
Nothing wrong with accolades anywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever it comes from.
Yeah, and my third film was a comedy, a comedy about pregnancy that I didn't write. It was by Marla J. Hayes, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. This was I threw out on Facebook, does anyone have a script? I'm looking to do something over the winter to get started in the spring. And she said, hey, what about this? And I read it and thought it was funny and filmed that. And unfortunately, she didn't see it before she passed on. But it's nice to know that she has that legacy moving forward as well.
Sure.
Yeah. But then COVID hit, and I have not created my own film since. Until now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of pulled the pin out of a lot of things, and I think we're still kind of recovering and getting things back in gear. Yeah.
I've acted, I've worked on projects, but I haven't done my own vision yet.
Do you have anything in the works?
I do.
Yeah.
So I have a documentary. Actually, I'll step back a bit. At Christmas, I wanted to tap into a bit of my Celtic heritage, and I did a little ceremony called 13 Days of Magic. So on the winter solstice, you write down 13 aspirations you have for the year.
Okay.
And then you fold them up, and every night from that point on, you burn one.
Okay.
You don't look at it. You don't know what it is. Basically, the universe now knows what one of your aspirations is, and the universe will help manifest it in some way. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Right.
But whatever one you end up with on the final one, that's the one you actively have to pursue. So it's like a New Year's resolution, but focused on one particular thing. And
Right.
the aspiration I wrote was, I have made a film. So I started writing, and now I have this project. I know I spoke with you a couple of years ago about, but now I'm running with it, called Dark Arts. It's a documentary on the intersection of mental health and creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
It's right up my alley.
Right up your alley, yeah. And I know you've agreed to be one of the interviewees.
Absolutely.
We've got Dustin Moore from Moore Film and Sound, who's going to be our cinematographer, who's also going to be one of our interviewees. And I've worked quite a lot with Dustin over the last couple of years. I have a visual arts therapist that is coming on board.
Okay.
And now I'm in recruitment mode and grant writing mode. It's the first time I've ever written a grant for a film.
Yeah.
The rest have been
They're a lot of
Kickstarter or Indiegogo funded or self-funded. So they are a lot of work, but I will be hitting the deadline by the end of the month.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. I
excited.
know. I've never actually done any grants. People have told me, oh, you should do some grants for your projects. I've never done it, but I know just talking to people, there's a lot of hoops and a lot of
There are
little things that you have to sort of finesse.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of that for environmental projects through the high school and various things in the past. So it's coming back to me fairly quickly. It's just finding the right words to appeal and to hit all those buzzwords. And so if the Ontario Arts Council is listening right now, I'd love
Canada Council for the Arts. Another one.
Well, I haven't done that. I'm just seeing if I can get OVC funding first, and then if that doesn't work, then I might go other routes. And it also depends on what deadlines I'm missing or hitting. But also I want to get running on this and have it filmed over the summer.
Awesome.
Yeah, with a plan of editing over the fall and a release early 2027.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that. Absolutely. So I guess to step back a little bit to how we met, you were actually teaching my daughter.
I was
at Esmeralda High School.
We didn't know each other.
No, we didn't, and I don't know if she put the bug in your ear that I was an artist.
No, I found you on a Facebook page and commented on how much I loved your work.
Right.
And we got to chatting, and I mentioned Esmeralda High School, and you're like, "Oh, you may know my daughter." I'm like, "Well, who's your daughter?" And you said the name. I'm like, yes, she's in my class.
Yeah.
And then we made that connection.
Yeah. It was kind of funny how it worked out that way. And I eventually did a workshop. For you. I came out to the high school and did a workshop with your students involving my inked photography work, which is I take photographs of abandoned locations, and then I ink creatures and spirits onto the photos, and it kind of ties into mental health struggles and sort of sorting through your emotions with your artwork.
Yeah, I just the creepiness and whimsicality.
Yeah, the cute and creepy.
That appealed to me.
Yeah, I've always been drawn to that push and pull of the cute and creepy. It's like it's endearing, but it's a little off-putting.
Yeah.
It really sort of gets the gears moving.
Yeah, it doesn't go into the full horror, but
no.
but it's palatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the students seem to enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a great visit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it again.
I would love to have you.
We'll definitely have to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else? You do some graphic design work as well.
Yeah. So my corporate playground is called Lapse in Judgment Studios.
Right.
So I've been doing graphic design and visual arts and various other projects all under my name. But then I thought, I'm going to legitimize it a bit and also save on some taxes and be open to some more opportunities. So my wife and I created a corporation.
Right.
She had a yoga business at the time, so it was kind of a dual-headed corporation. Lapse in Judgment Studios is one of my side hustles. So I do some graphic design, some website design. Basically, someone comes to me with an idea that I help them out with. In most cases, I donate my services to local organizations and events in the community. But I do have a couple of corporate clients as well.
Right.
Yeah, Air Support Incorporated here in Sudbury, which is an aviation fuel additive company.
Okay.
Yeah, which is totally outside my wheelhouse,
Yeah.
but I do their website and I do a lot of their graphic design work, I'm enjoying that. And then I've through Fiverr doing some kind of gig
Fiverr.
work. Mostly novel covers and poster design and things like that.
So I wanted to ask you, I guess getting onto a topical sort of subject, do you find that the AI thing has taken a bite out of your work?
It has. It's just because everybody can just do it themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone's an expert if they can put in a prompt.
Right.
But then errors show up and they don't notice them until something's printed, and you go, well, you do realize that person has 6 fingers. And
Yeah.
those details, and there's no heart.
No, there's this uncanny valley aspect to everything.
Yeah, and that uncanny valley is shrinking every single day.
That's the scary part.
That's the scary part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting harder to tell. I have a good sort of trained eye and ear for stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely getting harder. I mean, there's also an aspect of it too where the AI is kind of eating itself.
Mm-hmm.
So especially with ChatGPT, people are feeding stuff into ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is getting fed ChatGPT stuff. Yeah. So it's just kind of mutating itself.
Yeah.
So it's
snake eating its own tail.
Yeah, and
You guys seen the Bernie Sanders video where he sits down with some AI? I can't remember the name of
some
it.
tech bro.
Do you remember the name of it, sir? Claude. He sits down with Claude, and he starts telling Claude, we have to start checking AI. We can't be just going in recklessly. We have to start putting in, some sort of stopgaps along the way to make sure that we're not getting crazy. And Claude just completely disagrees with him. And then after about a 10-minute conversation, he convinces Claude that, I do need checks on myself. Yeah, this could get crazy. This could get wild.
Yeah. And there isn't.
And it's all driven.
Free-for-all.
It's all driven by these tech corporations, these moguls who are just looking for ways to save money for workers, right? They can cut out so many workers, they can cut out so much, and it's all just going to make more money for them, and it's going to be hard for us. It's really scary.
Well, thousands and thousands of people are losing their jobs. With Amazon and all these different companies. And you see, I think it's Aizen or something like that. He's one of the AI tech bros or whatever, and you see them doing these TED Talks talking about the benefits of AI and stuff, and you listen to it and it's just it's dystopia. It's just you're just going to bring about the end of.
Well, that's basically what Bernie's point is that it has the potential to become smarter than us, right?
Yeah.
The only difference right now is that we get the nuance in things, whereas AI struggles with that. But it just keeps getting better and better and smarter and smarter.
And it's not as much that it's getting smarter, it's just it's a very good mimic.
Yeah, practiced, I guess.
Yeah. And I see that with my students, the number of students who try to hand in something that's AI generated, and I instantly go, no.
Do you get that a lot?
I do. Fortunately, teaching visual arts, and even when I was teaching media arts last semester, all work is done in person.
Right.
Do not do any work at home, because I need to be able to observe. I need to be able to see your layers. I've had a number of students who have tried to hand in AI work, and I look at it and go, that's not the same quality that you just handed in last week. Show me your layers, and they can't. So,
now layers, like, are you talking like it's like Photoshop layers?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
digital work.
Yeah. So I need to see those steps. I used to teach English literature, and I know that's a huge struggle. Like, hand in an essay.
Yeah.
And but you know what your students are able to write, and you know when all of a sudden the voice is completely different.
Yeah.
And it's not. Well, it's not credited in any real way.
No. Not too long ago, I spoke to a university professor that stopped by one of my market booths, and we got talking about AI, and she said, like, it's just constant, even in university, just like people sending in AI written, reports and papers and stuff, and it's a real problem, and it's, like, what do we do to control it,
Yeah. See, if I were to teach English again, I wouldn't have students write essays. I would provide them an AI-generated essay that they would then have to pick apart.
Right.
And find the errors that I put into it.
Right.
And or the quotes that do not match up. So they would go through. They would find every quote from the essay. They would have to find it in the book and see whether or not it had been altered or changed or edited or fabricated.
So at least you're kind of flipping the AI on its head, where you're using it as a learning tool. And I mean, it's also sort of teaching the students to be critical as well of what they're consuming and reading and looking at and whatever.
And of course, technology is always so much more advanced than the laws and the systems.
Absolutely.
Like our education system is decades and decades out of date.
Woefully behind.
Students aren't even taught how to use the technology they have. Like there are no typing classes anymore. There's no classes on how to write an email or how to search.
Typing classes?
No, there has not.
Like, remember we had that in high school?
Yeah.
We had the old big heavy typewriter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the electric typewriters.
But
But if you wanted to get into computers back then, you had to learn how to type.
I think that was a prereq.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare that those types of classes are available and they're not mandatory.
Is it all because of this now?
It's a lot because of cell phones, but I think it's just that the system is a generation behind.
Is there maybe also an assumption that, everybody's on a computer now?
There is an assumption. There's an assumption that kids know how to use Google, and they don't. They don't know how to use search engines. They have no clue how to use search engines. And AI is making it easier for them because then they can use AI as a search engine, but they can't parse down where they need to find the information.
No.
They go with the top, 2 or 3 things, and most often those are the sponsored ones and
incorrect.
And incorrect. So often incorrect. And they don't know how to, and they also don't understand, I think, just how much power is in their hands with this technology.
Yeah.
I'll ask they'll say, how do I do this? You have access to the world's knowledge base.
Right.
I'm not going to spoon feed it.
Well, like back in the day, if we were doing like an essay or a report on something, we had to go to the library, go to the periodicals, or the card catalog, or go
back in our day.
Hope the books are in. If not, then do an interlibrary loan.
Or you go through the encyclopedia section. Like I remember just having stacks of books. It's like in the movies you see where like you can't see the person because they're behind a stack of books.
Exactly. Or you happen to be lucky because you knew someone who had access to a university library. So in high school, you could go with them to their library, and that was actual research. You were an archaeologist digging the information from the sands of a library. But students have access to all of that and still don't know how to use it. Don't know how to access it. Don't even think to access it.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that. Like even like in high school, like we touched on MS DOS.
Yeah, it would have been DOS. Yeah. Well, like what kind of programming we were using, or like there was no Windows 3.11 was just coming out,
right?
Just to age us a bit, right?
Yeah.
And then when I was in college, it was like Windows 90, 95 was coming out with the big, remember the ads with the Rolling Stones song and all that, but we were still using 3.11 in college, which are all MS-DOS based, but anyways, yeah.
But then again, even then, a typing class or computer class, none of that was mandatory.
No.
And should have been in anticipation of the world we live in now, and just the fact that it's not only is it not mandatory, it is not included.
That's why I took it. It's like I wasn't taking it to learn how to type. I was taking it to learn how to use computers, because computers were the wave of the future.
Yeah, I didn't get into it enough back then. Like, and going into college, like, well, I guess we did AutoCAD too.
Drafting, yeah.
Which was like one of the first early releases of AutoCAD.
Yeah.
And
I remember my dad buying a chip for our 486 computer so it could do the math for AutoCAD.
Right.
Yeah. So, because I was going to become a, big drafting architect.
Right. Yeah, same.
Yeah. Instead of sitting in Mark's living room and recording podcasts.
Yeah. I tried to go the drafting and architecture route in college, and calculus just kicked my ass so bad. I was just like, I'm not good at math, so this isn't my direction.
See, now you could put all that math into Chat GPT and it'll do it all for you.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, let the AI overlords do my work.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
if the AI overlords are listening right now, I do love you. Please spare me
we love AI.
When Judgment Day happens, or lapse in judgment.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I guess AI hasn't really been weaponized. I mean, it's
politically.
Yeah.
I just started watching actually a film, and I'm trying to remember the exact year. I think it's called 2073.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's a mockumentary. So it's set in 2073, but with tons of today's media being used as the backstory for how the world was fucked over.
Right.
And it's powerful stuff, because it's too real.
I mean,
it's more powerful or real than Idiocracy.
Which is a fascinating prophetic documentary itself. I think I speak about Idiocracy once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Especially with what's happening south of the border.
I rewatched it like maybe, 5-6 months ago, and it's like, or even less than that, a couple months ago.
Well, when Trump tore down the wing to build his ballroom, it just reminded me of the burned out shell of the White House in that film. It's like, it's far...
Life imitating art imitating life.
Yeah. It's like Simpsons and Star Trek, just so many glimpses of what the future will be. And that's what's great about that type of speculative fiction and science fiction, is that pay attention to it, because they are warnings of
it's
the real world.
Like, like I just watched Deep Space Nine, and there was that Bell Riots episode, and it's in homeless encampments and stuff, and people being sequestered into certain areas of the city, and it's just like, this is happening everywhere. Even in Sudbury here, the homeless people are being sequestered in that one area, and it's just like out of sight, out of mind.
NIMBY.
Yeah,
not in my backyard.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, because you were talking about students not using ChatGPT and that. What about social media? Because I've been watching some things about social media and how they are recommending, like, it's not necessarily the smartphone or technology or whatever that is really affecting kids, but it is social media.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the important thing. Not like they're basically saying, because they're young, the brains are developing. No social media until you're 16 or 17.
Australia did that.
That's right. Yeah.
To limited success, because kids will find a way around it.
I mean,
but that attempt for a government to say, hey, look, we're going to block this until you're 16.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a smart thing to do? Like, because I'm not all that well informed on it. Like, I know children's brains don't fully form until 25.
We can't rely on parents to make that decision, because as parents we have a tsunami of influences against us.
Not everybody knows, right?
No, but not only even when you are very well in the know, you have all of the influences. If you're the one parent who doesn't let their kids have access to it, every one of their friends does, and openly so, and totally sponsored and supported by their parents, who are also addicted to social media.
Right.
I'm addicted to social media, and I fully verify and understand that. I use it more for the good side of the force, but
Well, I think the difference for us is that our brain, most of our brain has developed.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Speak
we're
for
able
yourself.
we're able to, you know, use it better, I guess. Like, you
Well,
know,
we're able to parse things better and
right, like we're not so affected by it as where like they are actually the way social media is working right now. They are developing young people's brains, like especially like we talked in the last episode about those short videos, right, and how they are like gambling in a way, not money, but you're gambling your time. You know, like you're going through. It's like I don't like that video. I don't like that video. Oh, there's a video that's worth my
well, it's
time.
like the Candy Crush thing. It's like a serotonin release or
yeah,
whatever.
the dopamine.
And then
is
they were
just
saying like
solid,
well, girls are really affected by Instagram. Instagram's the big thing because, you know, back in our day, a young girl would be competing with the other girls in her class. Now you go on Instagram, you're competing with every girl, and that's on Instagram.
And not just every girl on
It's
Instagram, but every filter of every girl. That's
yeah,
on
and it's not reality. They're not projecting.
And a lot of these influencers and stuff are AI created.
Right,
Like I was just reading an article about it. Like they're just like these AI created influencers that people like. There's millions of followers. There was
Right.
one. There was like a military influencer.
Yes, I
Right.
remember that one.
And like it's wild.
Like, and then some of the other, like, for instance, like one of the questions was how, like, my daughter wants to be on FaceTime with her friend, and they were like, you know, that's fine because that's like, you know, old school on the phone with your friend. You're communicating
with your peers.
You're communicating one-on-one with your friend, and you know, young people will do that for hours. Then another one wanted to go on Discord, and it was just a Discord with like 30 of their friends and all that. And they were like, no, you got to stop, because that is where you are no longer just communicating, but you're expected to perform for these 30 other people.
Yeah, or it's a group chat that just blows up. One person says something wrong, and everyone attacks like bloodthirsty vampires.
Well, I mean, things can get misconstrued between two people in a messenger or a chat. Imagine if there's like 10, 30, whatever. Like you're getting lines crossed. And
and then you include someone who's got, you know, some nefarious reason to be in there, or is misrepresenting themselves, or isn't even the person named.
And everybody comes from different walks of life, so they're influenced by different political beliefs and all that stuff.
Say one thing, you post another thing, and then there's a screenshot taken. Now it's sent to everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Like the whole when I really think about the whole social media thing, like it's pretty wild and scary. Like, you know, thinking when I was a kid, like I was kind of like oblivious to so much stuff in the world, you know, like if you wanted to find out what's going on in Russia or the Soviet Union or whatever.
Well, we didn't know.
We didn't know. We'd have to watch the nightly news at 6
But
or
even
11.
the people in charge didn't know, or they knew and they were lying to everybody because Russia was really run down. But they were telling everybody that, hey, they're going to attack us at any
or if there's like
moment,
protests or riots or whatever. Now, like people that are participating in the protests are live feeding. You know, on whatever.
Like it was interesting
platform.
in 2010-ish. I remember when Egypt was having that Facebook. It looked like they were going to overthrow the government and all that. And I thought, oh wow, social media is actually going to be a very good thing because governments, people in charge of that, are not going to be able to BS the people down. You know, but then it turns out that we end up just bullshitting each other. You know, oh, the Earth is flat.
Hypothetically, this like social media and the internet is a great tool. But it's also really misused, and there's so much misinformation.
It's not only misused, but it's how it's designed as well, right? It's designed to keep you engaged. It's not designed to inform you about things. It's not designed to help humanity. It's designed just to keep you engaged.
And it feeds off of conflict and negativity.
That's the number one thing. Like you show somebody something that they like, a nice kitty, they might give it a little like and move on to the next one, right? You show them. Even if it's a nice kitty and they get the name wrong on the kitty, what? How dare you do that? You got the name wrong. Don't you know anything?
If you put an angry react or a sad react,
and those are the things that float up to the top of social media because the algorithm sees that video as getting a lot of engagement, and it's all about keeping you engaged. So it's going to be like, oh, if all these people like it, you're going to like it too, and that's It's all the crap that floats to the top.
Just follow the money. If
Yeah.
it's making money, that's
And it's
good.
finding yourself trapped in echo chambers where you're hearing the same thing again and again and
Yeah.
again. Like with me, I know my mental health definitely suffers when I accidentally go down a certain rabbit hole and it's difficult to pull out of. So on Facebook, for example, the only reels that I was getting on Facebook for a couple of weeks were really like pro-Nazi, anti-gay, it was just the most vile of humanity was showing up on my Facebook, and you report, but of course that doesn't do anything or go anywhere. It's to actively battle that. So one of the things I do is I actively look for good news stories and kind stories. I've created a Facebook group called Islands of Kindness. One of my many little hobbies. And the idea of Islands of Kindness is that we all often find ourselves on this desert island of our own. We feel disconnected from everyone else, and we don't realize that everyone is feeling the exact same way.
Right.
And that these islands we think are a whole ocean away from each other are right next to each other.
That's the thing that it's just so frustrating, is that there are so many, like when you look at what people want from their government or want out of life or whatever, it's all the same stuff. We're just kind of disagreeing on how we get there. But the divide that they keep wedging in there to villainize the other side, like making the other side your enemy kind of thing.
Yes. And I have my enemies. I know I have my enemies. I have
Absolutely.
people that I have declared as enemies,
Yeah.
and people who've declared me as enemies. I think I'm on the right side of history. They think they're on the right side of history.
Yeah.
And it's trying to bridge that gap. So this idea that we wash up on each other's shores on these islands of kindness, and we need to be... We need to let people know that they can spend a little time with us there, and before they go back onto their lives, and to make those connections, build community, double down on the kindness.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
need to
it's the
actively
whole
do
it's
that.
the whole idea. Like I always touch on the book 1984 because like it's still so relevant. Like keep the proletariat fighting amongst themselves. Blame the mom that's on welfare because she wants to get snack cakes for her kid or whatever. Well, how dare she buy that and blah blah blah. Like that is not your enemy. The enemy is the billionaires that are just destroying the planet.
The smogs on their mountains of gold.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
they will never, ever, conceivably, possibly, ever be able to use.
It's like that classic cartoon where the guy on one side of the table has a donut and the guy on the other side of the table has a little piece of the donut, and then there's the rich billionaire in the middle with piles of donuts behind him, and he's saying, hey, that guy's trying to take your donut.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just keep us squabbling. We're too busy trying to survive, and we're working our butts off, working three jobs and fighting amongst each other that we're not, pulling down the people.
Classic
that are,
bait and switch.
Yeah. That's what civilizations are built on.
Yeah.
You
That's what destroys those same civilizations.
Exactly. I mean, we're watching it in real time now. Like we're living history now, seeing what's going on.
See, I'm a huge optimist. I'm always finding, the silver lining. Whenever something shitty, happens in my life, I find an opportunity, through that. But at the same time, I think my favorite science fiction is post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, me too.
Most of humanity has been scrubbed from the earth, and the last surviving dreads of society band together to survive against the evil forces. Those are kind of my favorite types of stories because there's a nihilist in me, I guess. But
and it's also a look at what could be.
What could be.
Like especially with the fuel crisis now. It's like, well, we're going to become Mad Max. And, we're going to be driving with, cobbled together cars on the wastelands.
Yeah. And learning those little homesteader things, I brew my own kombucha, and I know how to forage certain foods in the wild, and so that if shit hits the fan, I know that I'll survive a couple days longer than I normally would have.
Well, my wife and I always joke, we're like, if the zombie apocalypse comes, it's just like, just bite me, get it over with. Because it's like, well, what skills do we have to bring to the table, And it's like, well, I can draw pictures of monsters.
Yeah.
And it's like, would I be good at farming? Would I be a hunter or gatherer? I've never gone hunting in my life.
My brain goes into fantasy mode as well. So I live in a small little village of around 50 people.
Yeah.
So my brain goes, okay, who's got the guns? Who's got the leadership? Who knows how to garden? Who knows who's got the honeybees? The honeybee hives.
Yeah.
Who can fish? And so I've got this tally in my mind that if the United States decides to take over Canada or what have you, I know what we can do to close off that road. And
it's funny, like you're almost like it's such a small community, but you're almost in a better position than in a bigger community.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys all know your skills. You're this tight community because it's such a small thing.
Yeah.
You're right on a lake.
Mm-hmm.
You're in hunting. You can go hunting. Like you guys are kind of okay.
Yeah.
If something happens.
We would
Plus you're
survive.
isolated, so the zombies will take forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It wouldn't be easy for them to be climbing the Willisville Mountain.
No, it's hard enough driving up there. Never mind trying to get there on foot. But, all those kind of sort of post-apocalyptic movies interest me, and even movies like Ex Machina and stuff, where they look into AI and artificial robots and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of fascinating, but we're kind of going there, but it's like not the way we should be.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that I'm going to the gym more so that I know that I can run faster than I used to.
Yeah, I'm in better shape than I have been probably in my entire life, so there's that. That's a good thing, but I guess I could outrun zombies for a little bit.
But I don't have a gun and I can't shoot like shit, so...
no, and I don't know if my skills on the PlayStation apply to real life.
No. It's like playing Guitar Hero doesn't make you a musician.
No,
playing Call of Duty does
not
not give you the tactical expertise that you need.
I don't know. There's always, on those shows, there's always the guy doing the wisecracks in the background.
Yeah.
So I think I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I'll be the smart ass of the group.
the comic relief.
Yeah.
Except with us, we're all comic relief. Useless and everything else. We're just like telling jokes while we're getting eaten alive.
Can you believe the zombies around here?
Yeah.
Could there be any more zombies?
If they're looking for brains, they're going to go hungry with this crew.
Oh, God, yeah. So, anything exciting in your life lately?
It's a constant excitement.
On this show, that's pretty exciting.
This is a highlight of
absolutely. Yeah. But no, I've got tons of things going on. I'm in a play that's coming up. I play Colonel Mustard in the Espanola Little Theatre's staging of Clue.
Nice, classic.
Yeah, based on the movie, based on the board game.
I still haven't seen that movie.
With Tim Curry?
Yeah. I need to...
I watched it like so many times as a kid back in the 80s. It just was on like TV all the time.
Yeah.
And I loved it too because it had like all the alternate endings. So it'd be like, this person did it, like, and Colonel Mustard and,
I think
Scarlet.
When they released that film, they released it in different theaters with different endings. With people would go to the different theaters to watch.
And there's one ending that I think has never been released where it was actually Tim Curry that was a killer.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Jeez.
Jeez.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's not released, so you won't be able to see it anyways.
But I might be watching it thinking Tim Curry's the murderer.
He might be.
Yeah.
He was so good in that.
Yeah.
Like
that's
they're all fantastic, like Martin Mull, and
right, yeah.
And all these great actors in it.
Yeah, it's one of the like very few holes I have in my 80s watching.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen that. I thought you would have seen that for sure.
I mean, I think I saw it when I was a kid on TV, but I just don't remember it, or I can't remember.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's very campy. Very, very campy.
I've heard it's great.
Though you can see it on stage in Espanola.
Oh, that's true,
the last weekend of May.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's one of the many balls that I'm juggling.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So you haven't seen Project Hail Mary?
I have
Project Hail Mary.
No, I've not seen it yet, but I am. It's definitely on my must-watch list.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the book. I like Andy Weir's writing. I got to watch the film. I know you've seen it. Yeah.
I highly recommend it.
That's one of the things. Living in a remote community, I don't get to go to the theater.
Yeah, I guess there's no little theater in Espanola.
No, there hasn't been a theater for A century. Well, not that long, but
decades. Yeah. So I guess it's a bit of a 45-minute trek to go.
Yeah, and just the sheer cost of it. And I've got 5 kids, and so you add in dinner, you add in gas, you add in take out popcorn. It's alone. A movie night is like a $300, $400
yeah.
gig.
Well, it'll be on streaming in a few weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
Well,
we're at 55 minutes.
55 minutes.
I do have something if we need some time to fill.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find it on my phone.
You gotta find it on your phone.
Talk amongst yourselves.
On your social media.
On the social media.
You know what?
AI has to tell you what
it is on social media. That's pretty sad, eh?
Oh.
But I'm an adult. I can take it.
Is it on your Rebel News feed?
Well, actually, I can talk about one thing about social media and the whole content creation thing. I've gone down the rabbit hole of TikTok lives. I've been doing a number of TikTok lives recently and really enjoying it because I'm engaging with people.
Right.
I'm making nothing. But I have sold some artwork. I just had a piece that went to Regina. I have another piece that's going to Winnipeg. So I'm selling more through my TikTok lives than through.
Yeah, people
have
been telling me I need to get on TikTok with my art.
Yeah,
I know. Facebook used to be great, and with the whole algorithm and all that.
Everybody's watching those little videos.
I know.
You put a camera on yourself with you drawing, and it'll just get people aware of what it is you're doing,
especially if you're drawing anyways, right? And that's what I was doing. It's like,
that's my problem. Is I haven't been drawing in a while.
I'm creating this thing. I can sit in my dingy little basement studio and create by myself.
Yeah.
Listening to music, or I can do that while people come in and out and watch. So on average, I have, I guess, around 400 people who pop in and out.
Oh, that's good.
Some are repeats; they come back again and again and again, and and they'll comment back and forth, and there's a banter that goes on, and I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I again, living in a kind of a remote area, I miss live music. So I actually find it don't tell my kids this, but I find it a pleasure to do dishes.
Yeah.
Because I'll put in headphones and I'll go to someone's TikTok live in New Mexico, in Germany, in Scotland, wherever someone's performing live music at that exact moment, and it feels like you've got your own personal concert going on. And if they have a small enough audience, you can chat back and forth. So there's this guy in Scotland I'm chatting with all the time. I just love his music. And a woman out of BC, following her music, and very quick to engage with people. So
I mean, see, this is the good side of social media.
It's building that community.
Yeah.
And I see others. There's one musician, not great in the engagement, because she'll be doing a performance live in a bar, and you hear everyone in the background drinking and clinking glasses. Nobody applauds. And as an audience member, you're like, I'm just tapping the hearts, because that's the TikTok version of applause. But you know that she's got one camera on TikTok, she's got one camera on YouTube Live, she's got one camera on Facebook Live. So she just happens to be physically at a bar, but her real audience are these three other platforms, and she's generating additional income.
It's kind of sad too when you think about it. Like the people that are actually sitting there, like in the audience, are just not.
Yeah, she's just background. She's background to the
background noise. Yeah.
Whereas her actual audience is looking for her. Yeah.
I do kind of like, we just moved from Southern Ontario a few years ago, and if you want to see live music, there's just a ton of live music there. And in Sudbury, we do okay, especially in the summer. But there's still like that certain venue that we don't have, where you can get those mid-range acts. Yeah, like it's either small or nothing.
Yeah, I will shout out my one of my favorite musical venues that I've ever been to. I love Knox Hall here in Sudbury.
We are going there for the first time in June to see Stephen Page.
Oh, nice.
But it's so I thought it was going to be the Stephen Page Trio, which is Stephen Page, some other guy, and Craig Northey from the Odds.
Right.
And I've actually had like Craig Northey communicate with me, because I had a blog, a website, and I asked on there, like, hey, I'm looking for this one CD from the odds that I can't find, and he reached out to me and sent me like a bunch of stuff.
Oh, wow.
It was like, wow. So I thought, I'm gonna see him there at Knox Hall, but it's the Stephen Page duo, which is just him and another guy.
Right, him and the other guy.
But I'm really looking forward to going to that.
I hear it's a beautiful venue.
It's a beautiful venue. I saw Hawksley Workman there, and I've got tickets to see Grapes of Wrath this fall.
I'll see you there.
Fabulous, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, hitting the 90s nostalgia pretty hard.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath, wow. Yeah. It's a blast from the past.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of Grapes of Wrath for years and years, and they've been on constant loop the last couple of weeks since.
That's great.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's Knox Hall, there's Townhouse Tavern, but I mean that's a pretty small venue,
Yeah, and then the Grand Theater that we did have, they stripped out all the seats and put in a bar. So there's only the seats up in the what's that called up there? Auditorium? No. Balcony. Yeah. Only the balcony.
Yeah, because you saw Sloan there. Recently.
Saw Sloan, yeah. And it was okay. Like, Sloan was good, but we're not like big drinkers, right? So standing there around with a bunch of people who are just
drinking. It's the same thing when I went down to Toronto to see Elder last spring. This like doom metal band or whatever, and it was the same sort of thing. It's like there's just like up in the balcony, and then there was just like standing on the floor and a bar and all that. And I'm not a bar person either, so I was just up in the balcony like an old fogey.
Right.
But people go to concerts for the music.
Yeah.
So lately we've actually, like, for some of those bands, we actually have to go to North Bay because North Bay has the Capitol Center, which is like the perfect.
I love the Capitol Center.
So like we saw the Sheepdogs there and Big Sugar there. Like, it's kind of perfect venue for those types of bands.
My first live music gig that I went to see was 1989, Capitol Center, Bruce Colburn, Big Circumstance Tour.
Oh, wow.
And I just fell in love with his work. And then years later, I worked at the Capitol Center.
Oh, nice.
It was some marketing and media stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Capitol Center.
It's a great,
it's nice
venue.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, that's what Sudbury's lacking is a venue like that.
Yeah, just that size would be nice. My first concert, I was in. It was at the Grand Theater when it had seats, and it was in 1993 for the Alapalooza tour. It was Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh wow!
I forgot
that Al came here.
Saw Weird Al at the Capitol Center that
did
same
you?
year.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was doing that swing.
Yeah. We had like really good seats, and like Weird Al was like right there playing his accordion. It was.
I had a buddy of mine who he's got his own TikTok live. That's he kind of encouraged me to do my TikTok lives, but he huge Weird Al fan, and he figured out which hotel Al was staying at. So when the concert ended, he booted his ass down to that hotel and sat in the lobby waiting for him. And Al came in, and he went up to Al and said, "I'm a huge fan, and can I get your autograph?" But the only thing he had was a plague rat from Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And so Weird Al signed the plague rat.
Sure,
apparently he doesn't have that anymore. So somewhere out there is a Weird Al signed Magic the Gathering like 1/1 plague rat.
Probably some kid. There's like some idiot wrote over my.
Who scribbled this? Who's Al? Who's Al?
Yeah,
Al seems like a pretty awesome dude. I listen to him on podcasts and stuff. He's like one of the good ones.
Yeah, he seems truly authentic.
We always talk about celebrities that we would be really surprised if something came out negative about them, and Al has got to be
up there
on the list for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a my list has gotten shorter over the years. Of people that I'd be
everybody's
disappointed. Like for me, Bill Hader would be a real big disappointment if something came out about him.
John Oliver. Can you imagine if there's some controversy about John Oliver? Like that
he seems like just a pure joyful person that. Yeah.
Down to earth,
He doesn't have any, pizza gate stuff in his background.
I don't think so. No.
And even like stand-up comics, like I think like Mike Birbiglia and people like that. Like I'm going to see Mike Birbiglia and John Mulaney and Nick Kroll and Fred Armisen this fall. I'm really excited for that. And there's a few people I'd be really disappointed.
I'm so like I'm so out of that loop. Like when I hear when you posted that thing. And Fred Armisen was like the third billing on that. And I'm like, that's the only guy I know. I know who John Mulaney is now because I looked him up.
Mike Birbiglia is my top 5 stand-up comic.
He's
such a fantastic storyteller.
Is he does he have Netflix specials or something?
Okay.
He's got like half a dozen at least.
Yeah,
Right.
his Netflix specials are really good.
Yeah. Like there's one that it's Sleepwalk With Me. That's like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like the story.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Like if you like storytelling comics, like, and he's one of those comics too where he gets like these emotional beats too. Like he can get very quiet, and then some great punchlines and stuff. Yeah, I highly recommend.
Yeah, and there's a relatability. Maybe it's an age thing, but there's a relatability. With what he's gone through, and
John Mulaney's up there too. Like he wrote for SNL, and I mean, done a bunch of other stuff. He's hilarious too. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his stuff, but he's really good.
I haven't watched any of his stuff, but
highly recommend.
Yeah. I mean, other than what he wrote on SNL, right?
Yeah. Well, his stand-up specials are considered some of the best specials of the last 10, 15 years. So.
Okay, are you ready for my extra bonus? Even though we're running over.
We're running. I mean, there's no strict time limit.
We don't have a hard out.
We don't have a hard out.
We don't have to get to Baywatch next. Reruns of Baywatch.
I've never watched Baywatch.
I mean, I watched it on mute for David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Motion running of the Hoff.
Okay, you ready for this content? You're gonna have to keep score here, Mark, because you got a pen and paper here. Okay. This is so one for me, one for you, one for Jason. Okay. So this quiz is how Canadian are you? Are you ready? And you're going to get a point.
I'll give you a bit of a warning. One of my personas on TikTok is "Oh Canadad."
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to...
I tell dad jokes. Oh Canadad.
Oh Canadad.
Oh Canadad.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
So that's really popular. That's a big popular thing on TikTok.
Yeah.
My wife follows like there's like this Asian actor down in Toronto who's done like Star Trek. And he just does dad jokes.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit it big.
Yeah.
So that may be true, but this is the actual test here. We're all three of us are Canadians.
See if I'm a
poser. The winner of this is going to be the most Canadian.
The most Canuckian Canuck.
Are you ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Have you seen Niagara Falls?
Yes.
Okay. We all got a point there. Have you been to an NHL game?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I've been to an NHL game in Canada and in the USA. Saw one in Buffalo and one in Ottawa.
You don't get extra points.
I just like to brag. It's my humble brag.
I'd love to go to a Sabres game, actually.
It was all mostly Canadians there. When I went there. Have you eaten poutine?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Eaten it, made it.
Yeah, made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best poutine I've had was in Temiskaming, Quebec.
Really?
They had something at a restaurant there called the Island Burger. I was hired as an actor to pretend I was a coeur de bois. And it was on a thing called the Timber Train, which went from Mattawa to Temiskaming, Quebec, and then back, talking about the timber industry.
It was a poutine ride?
Yeah, basically, Highway to Poutine. And
wasn't it an AC/DC song?
Very much so, very much so. Yeah.
AC/DC, eh?
AC/DC.
Take off.
And it was this thing called the Island Burger, which was like a double patty cheeseburger in the center with this little tropical like palm tree decoration on the top, surrounded by a sea of poutine.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very good.
Coronary platter.
Oh, I know.
Have you been? What's the one place downtown? Poutineery or something?
Smokes.
Yeah.
Have you been to that?
No.
The best poutine I ever had was in Quebec as well. My dad's hometown,
right?
Brownsburg, Lachute.
Yeah.
When we used to go back there every summer, you just go to a little thing called a casse-croûte, a little chip stand, and you get that, and you get a chien chaud steamé, which is a steamed chien chaud steamé, which is a steamed hot dog with coleslaw instead of sauerkraut.
Oh, nice.
Really tasty.
Yeah.
The last time I had poutine was when we were in Sturgeon Falls, and I got a burger and poutine.
Is that when we went out there?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Riv or to the other place?
We actually went to Manick's.
Yeah,
we asked the locals.
Yeah,
the locals said,
I'm a Riv guy.
The locals said those places are garbage. Those are for tourists.
Well,
you
not
gotta
garbage,
go to but they said like Manick's was.
The locals go to Manick's. They don't go to the tourist.
Mark's worried that they might be future sponsors.
The Rivs or Larry's, yes.
yeah. Anyways, they gave me a thing of poutine. Oh, I just banged my mic too. It was like, I don't know, 6 by 4 inches. I don't know, like that. 3 servings. It took me 3. It was very
Such
heavy.
a dense.
Lots of cheese and
Cheese gotta
gravy.
squeeze.
Any Americans that are unfamiliar with poutine, it's fresh cut, the good ones, or fresh cut French fries, cheese curds.
Got to be curds.
It's got to be cheese curds. A lot of people do like grated like mozzarella.
No.
whatever.
Got to be the curds. Got to squeak.
Yeah, they got to be squeaky cheese curds, and then gravy, like a beef gravy, like a dark gravy.
I've had it with a chicken gravy. No, thank you.
Yeah.
It's got to be the beef gravy.
No, but it's not as
at all.
rich.
Yeah.
Like,
There is a deli that I go to. It's in Blizzard Valley. It's called Nickel City Cheese.
Yes.
And I go there and I always get the kielbasa because it's Mennonite kielbasa and it's really good.
Nice.
And as I bought kielbasa there one time and as I leaving, the lady's like, "No cheese?" I'm like, "What cheese do you think?" We're Nickel City cheese. And she turns around. They had a whole big thing of cheese
all
curds.
sorts of flavors. Nickel City cheese.
Yeah.
If you'd like to be a
There you
sponsor.
go. Like to be a sponsor?
We love it.
Hit us up.
We've gotten because they have like all like dill pickle and like nacho flavor.
Cheese, please.
Yeah. Okay. This is being a hit. This is turning out to be a hit here.
We should do this every.
Well,
maybe.
You don't
We'd have to farm different.
Right. Okay. Have you been to 3 provinces?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get a point.
Lived in 2.
I've only lived in Ontario.
Alberta and Ontario.
Gone up to CN Tower.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Me too.
CN Tower and I are the same age.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 1975.
You're a year older than us.
Yeah. I lost my foot. Like I fell down on the elevator.
I was
The
going to say
elevator
you
was
fell
going
off.
up. No, I fell down in the elevator. I'm not good with heights at all, and I was a little kid, and I just like the thing started going up, and I'm like, I'm going down.
I just saw, and it was all AI generated, so I apologize for backing this up. But I saw this. No, it's what if Fallout were set in Toronto? So it was all the Toronto landscape done
right
Fallout style.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild to see the CN Tower. And
yeah, I've seen those AI things where like the pane of like glass floor drops out and the fall. It's just like
that's when I was
nightmare fuel.
Well, like they have those display cases, right? And I was a little kid and I was like, oh, what's in here? And I looked and it was like straight down.
Yeah.
I wanted off that. I couldn't stand it. I hated it up there. Okay, been on a ferry.
Yes.
Yes.
To get to Center Island, for example.
Now it just
I was on the Maid of the Mist, the ferry
in Niagara. Maid of the Mist.
Yeah, that's a ferry. Well, plus I've been on like the Chichimon.
Yeah. The next one, it just says Rocky Mountains, so I'm assuming they're asking if you've seen the Rocky Mountains.
Yep.
That's the point for me.
I've flown over the Rocky Mountains and I did see them from far away. Have been kayaking or canoeing?
Yes. Off my yard.
Yeah, you're just right at the water there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
we got to drive down the street.
Yeah, we'll take a drive out and visit.
Absolutely.
I'll bring my kayaks.
It's a beautiful area. Louisville's gorgeous.
I've seen a beaver.
Yes. Off my yard.
Yes. Same with me. I got beavers.
He's got the whole Canadiana thing there.
We got beavers every spring.
We got beavers just up this street here in the Donovan.
Yeah, well, that's a different kind of beavers.
Not that kind of beaver.
Yeah, you can get in trouble with those.
Yeah. Those cost a lot per hour.
Yeah. Been to a territory?
No.
No.
Close, but no.
Gone skiing?
Yes.
So we've all done skiing.
Yeah, that was like mandatory in elementary school.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I got to school. No.
Well, yeah, you lived out in the sticks. Right?
Have visited Ottawa?
Yes.
We've all visited Ottawa. This one. I'm gonna
live in Ottawa.
I'm gonna lose a point here. Has seen the Northern Lights?
Absolutely. This past year has been incredible for the Northern Lights.
I have never seen the Northern Lights.
They keep eluding me as well. It's like every time they happen, it's like the next morning. Did you see the Northern Lights last night?
Thousands of pictures.
My wife is a real stargazer, that sort of thing. And like here, it's like always overcast. Plus, we have light pollution here, so we have to
or smoke from forest fires or whatever. They just always elude me. It's either I just missed it or I'm ready for it. And Have been to the Calgary Stampede.
No. I've been to Calgary, but not to the Stampede.
And I'll say I have zero interest in going to that.
Yeah. Maybe if they had some tractor pulls there, I'd go.
Yeah, even still.
I'm
not a redneck.
If I want that, I go to the Massey Fair.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a whole animal cruelty thing.
Should we give ourselves half a points for being at the Massey Fair?
People are like, Massey Fair?
I have worked at the Massey Fair.
Well, then you might get a full point.
Actually, I designed the logo.
Oh, really?
For the Massey
then
Fair.
You get a point.
Oh, come on.
You get a...
I drew a stick figure.
I was on the committee one year. But then there was plenty.
I was almost a vendor there once.
Yeah.
But I've never been. It's a pretty long running one too.
It's the longest one. Yeah. It's the oldest and largest in Northern Ontario.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
maybe I'll go.
Massey Fair.
Okay, have you eaten beaver tail?
I can say yes to the pastry and yes to the actual beaver
really?
tail.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
You eat the tail?
It is. Yeah, that's an indigenous.
Yeah. Really? I'm just gonna say they assume that they mean the donut, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
with
the fried dough.
Right.
And roast beaver is delicious.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
I've never had beaver. I've had moose. I've had moose meat.
I've never heard of anyone eating beaver.
Yeah, you have to, Donovan. You have to brine it for a long time to get rid of the gaminess, but then it's like a really tender roast beef.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember as a kid bringing roast beaver sandwiches to school, and my neighbors thinking I was weird. I'm like, what the hell? It's delicious.
Sarah, we're eating beaver tonight.
Get the brine. Briny beaver. That's going to be my new. That's my new social media handle. Briny beaver.
Oh, it's already taken.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to be Briny Beaver 69.
Briny Beaver.
69. You got to add that.
69.
Briny beaver. Yeah.
Brainy.
Have you visited a national park?
Yes.
Yeah, you lived beside one, so. Yes, all around. Seen a whale?
No. Other than at the zoo,
yeah, I did see one at Greenland count. No, I think they mean like St. Lawrence River or Vancouver.
So you haven't?
I have not.
No,
so none of us.
No. Felt minus 40 degrees Celsius.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yes.
Yeah, this winter.
Yeah,
like, hello.
It was just a few weeks ago.
On a warm day.
Yeah, like in this month. Yes.
Had a snow day.
Many.
Yeah,
many.
We just had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow month.
Seen a moose.
Yes.
Of course.
I had one. Just a little story. I have gone hunting. Yes, that's right. I went hunting north of Sudbury in Capreol in the backwoods, and my friend and I were in his little Ford Focus hatchback, and we were hunting quail. And we're driving on this road going to one of the ghost towns, and there's a river to the right. So my side, the passenger side, all of a sudden this big bull moose just comes charging out of the woods and runs next to our car. And like this thing is towering over our little Ford Focus. We just start screaming and pound on the brakes, and the moose is just like off into the woods. And we sat there shaking for about 10 minutes. Like,
I produced an interview when I used to run Spartan Youth Radio at the high school, and one of our interviews was with Survivor man Les Stroud.
Oh, cool.
And he was in Algonquin Park on a satellite phone. It was really wild. And my reporter asked, what's the scariest animal on the planet? He said, I have been chased down by every large cat you can imagine. I have been cornered by so many different things. The scariest animal I have ever had an encounter with is a bull moose during rutting season.
Wow.
By far.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive animals.
And relentless.
Yeah.
When they've got their horniness going, they have they will take out anyone.
Relatable. When I have my horniness going, you can't stop me.
I'm a little noisier in the woods.
Yeah.
They can slip into the woods very easily.
Really swampy.
Not me so much.
They are. Les Stroud, that's cool. I like that guy was like a pioneer in those kind of shows. Yeah. Okay, played hockey.
Yes.
No.
Well, like what? Like I played street hockey, and like I played like on the ice, like not
street hockey. Yes, I played street hockey, not on the ice.
I played ice hockey, like I was a pee-wee league hockey.
I was never in a league or anything, but I played like ice, on the ice with friends.
My grandfather insisted that he had 4 daughters, so his first grandson
somebody here
was going to play hockey, and I hated it.
And that was before women's hockey really blew up. Yeah, so.
It was like this is like a long time. Anyway,
so does that count that we all played hockey?
I'd say ball hockey counts. Why not?
Sure.
Made an Inukshuk.
Inukshuk. Yes, I have.
I think I have.
Which one is the Inukshuk? Is that
Inukshuk is the human-shaped stone one.
Yeah, one
I've
that
done
you see
that.
like along the highway constantly.
With the thin
little
rocks.
language lesson. The Inukshuk is kind of the broad category for a group of them. A single one is an Inuksuit.
Wow.
Inuksuit.
The more you know. You might get an extra point for that.
Yeah.
For knowing that.
That's about the limit of my of my Inuktitut language.
Well, that's one more than me.
I mean, most of my interaction, like other than I put one together once, is just seeing it on the highway, like driving around Parry Sound and stuff, just constant on the rock cuts.
My sister and I used to make them around our camp, like my grandmother's camp. We used to just. Yeah. I don't know if they
I think that's like almost like a basic human thing of making people
pile rocks.
Yeah.
Kids always pile rocks.
Yeah. Okay, we only got 2 more. Slept in a tent.
Absolutely.
Yes, we've all done that. And I imagine we've all done the last one. Drank bagged milk.
Yeah.
Of course. There's no other way.
Yes. Here there isn't. Yeah. Well, I guess you could get containers.
For American people up in Canada, we buy milk in 4 liters, and it comes in a bag, and then there's 3 smaller bags of milk inside, and then we have a plastic pitcher that we put the bag in, and then we bounce it on our knee to knock the bag into the pitcher, and then we cut the little.
Unless you're fancy and have the little bag cutter.
Yeah,
I got one of those.
But I find that they never work right, so I just use some.
Apparently, the bagged milk thing though is not just it's not a pan Canadian thing.
It's not everywhere in Canada.
More of an Eastern Canada
Ontario,
thing.
yeah. Well, do you know how it started? I got the whole thing. If we really want to know,
I remember.
I've read it before.
I've heard the story, but
so
I don't
it's when we switched from imperial to the metric system. They had to change the amount of milk that could be transported from whatever gallons to 4 liters, and none of the milk producers, because they're all local milk producers, had the infrastructure to do that. Everything was in. So they came up with this temporary solution where we would put the milk in plastic bags instead of, transporting them proper in glass or anything like that. And that was like 50 years ago, and we're still on the temporary solution because the milk industry realized, hey, we could save a heck of a lot of money if we just keep cranking out these plastic bags.
Yeah, American friends of mine are just like, they find that's just so weird.
You don't have it in jugs or cartons?
Yeah. It is not like I've had Americans ask me like, well, why is it better? What is it? And it isn't. It just
isn't better.
Is.
It just is. Yeah. If anything, it's not better because the bags are easily punctured.
Yes,
and then you get milk leaking everywhere.
Yeah,
and not easy from a travel perspective. If you're going camping and you bring a bag, then that ends up at the bottom of your cooler.
They're not durable. They're not durable.
Yeah,
no, and then you got to put them in that.
But then you have to have stuff other than the milk receptacle. You have to get a pitcher.
Right. Yeah.
So every house has this weird pitcher that
or 2
or 3 or whatever.
I have 2 in the fridge simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
Because I have
different grades of milk.
No, I have one teenager who likes to drink from the bag, and the other kids who are so pissed off by that they refuse to drink any milk. So now my eldest has his own pitcher that he drinks from.
I
the
thought
bag.
maybe it was like a 1%, 2%.
No, and then I've got my own, but mine's in a carton because I drink 0%. So, which you don't as easily find.
0%, is that like just
water, white water,
colored water?
Yeah, all part of my diet plan.
When my family comes to visit, there's 3 types of milk going on because there's got to be the lactose free, right, for my mom and my sister, and then there has to be regular milk for the kids and all that, and then I'm oat milk.
Yeah.
So that's what.
So you've got like this whole dispensary.
You got to.
When I was a kid, we used to buy it directly from the farm, unpasteurized,
right,
in an old pickle jar.
Oh wow!
So we didn't have the bagged milk. We didn't have carton milk. We had a pickle jar of milk.
Wow.
In our fridge, and
pickle flavored milk.
Yeah, I remember once my mom went to get the milk from the farmer and hit the ditch and that whole glass jar shattered.
Oh no!
And could not. It's like that Seinfeld episode. Could not get the smell out of the car.
Oh yeah, because you get it gets hot.
Middle of July was when it happened, and you couldn't
get
mop up
that milk funk.
Yeah,
it also almost makes you want to throw up in the car just to add another layer.
Soften the flavor in the air. Yeah.
There's nothing like sour milk.
We had to sell the car at a discount.
Is that a band name? Milk Funk Station Wagon.
Okay, who won?
Who won?
My 5 minute
5, 10,
bonus. It turned out to be 20 minutes.
19, 5, 10, 15, 18, 5, 10. 15. I did.
You did.
Yeah,
You're the
I
most
won.
Canadian.
I'm the most Canadian. I won by 1 over you, and then 1 over you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was close.
Wow.
So what do I get?
You get this podcast.
Whatever bag milk you have.
There's all the bag milk you could drink. And I'm somewhat lactose intolerant, so
there you go.
So good for me. I get to shit my guts out.
Again.
Okay, well, I guess we should wrap it up because it's been an hour and a half now.
Almost, not quite.
Not quite. We get talking. So yeah, thanks for joining me.
My
today,
pleasure being
Jayson.
here. Thank you for this honor.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. You have anything to plug?
So you can check out my website, lapseinjudgmentstudios.com. So that's LAPS, lapseinjudgmentstudios.com. I'm on all the socials as well under Lapse in Judgment Studios. So find me, buy my work, watch my movies, collaborate. Give me a call if you have any ideas that you want to pursue, because I'm always looking to collaborate.
Are you like Mark with your art sales that you're finding it hard to sell across the border now? Like, is that really...
Well, I've never really done much to sell my work. I make it, I post it a little bit here and there, and hopefully sell every once in a while. I don't do the craft maker market, although I have only done actually one maker market in limited opportunities where I'm in.
Right.
I'm area, but I'm going to be doing more.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I make stuff, and if someone wants to buy it, great. It's not my income, but it helps buy more art supplies.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would love to. I know my wife would definitely love to get some wall space back. But like I said at the top of the show, I'm like a river. As soon as an art piece is taken off the wall, I have another one to put up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have anything to plug?
Just my podcast, Retro Fandango. Type it into Google, you'll find it. We're gonna our next episode is still gonna be the island of Dr. Morrow. And then just been on Twitch doing my thing on Married on Mars. Been playing some House Flipper lately because I gave that for free.
Is that like the power wash simulator where it's
sort of, yeah. But it's cool. It's just fun. It's just a fun little hang.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a chill.
I bought it's a chill game. So like in the game I bought, so you start with like little small jobs. You get like I need a room painted or I need something installed or whatever, and then you make enough money that you can buy your own house, and then you fix up your own house and flip it. See, I'm not a big fan of capitalism, but capitalism in games is like, it's just
it just scratches
so
that
good.
itch.
Like my favorite game when I was a kid was Ghostbusters, which on the Commodore 64, which is like a starting. I'm an old guy, which is a business startup.
I started with
game.
Atari 2600s.
Yeah, I didn't have one. My parents.
I still have one.
I have one now. But when I was a kid, my parents wouldn't let me have an Atari. They didn't believe in video game consoles.
It was going to rot your brain.
They believed in computers because you could do more with them.
My parents gave me a choice. Do what everyone else on my street did and get a Cabbage Patch Kid, or get an Atari. And I said Atari.
Yeah.
That was a really good choice.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor had a ColecoVision, so I would go to his place to play. He would come to my place to play.
Nice.
And then there's like in television too. There was like a few different at the time. But
we tried to make friends with an Intel.
Still the original Atari 2600 my grandfather bought me.
Oh, wow.
I still have the box. I still have the receipt.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did get rid of a lot of I had a huge video game collection, and I got rid of a lot of it, but I kept partly because it's not worth anything. So
Atari is not worth anything.
But I kept my Atari and my ColecoVision stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I've hung on to the Atari because it's pretty much worthless. Like, like games are like $5-10
for now.
And then once the apocalypse comes, like, wow.
Plus, with the Atari, there were so many peripherals and stuff. Like, you can emulate this, but it doesn't work as well because you got like the steering wheel, like the little paddle stuff, paddle games and that. I love that stuff, you know. So kept it around. Anyways, come watch me play House Flipper.
Watch him play House Flipper.
Well, I'm into the big simulator games, so that's my thing. So,
I have enough renovations in my own house. I'm not going to do that as a game.
As I'm doing it, I'm thinking to myself, I need to do some renovations in my house, you know, but I need my relaxed time too.
Yeah,
so.
You need your down.
You don't get paid to renovate your own house.
In the game, not.
Yeah.
If I what? Oh man, the money I'd be making.
You'd be on HGTV.
That's right.
It's very much the
House Bros.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to eat beaver tonight. I could get some good like steak.
Anyways,
grind that up.
My plugs. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/mindmeltstudio. You can find me on Instagram at mindmelt_studio, and you can find my work on my website at www.mindmeltstudio.com. So I guess that's it.
Love it.
We kind of laughed about my sign off on the last episode. I was like, don't do the drugs.
Yeah, that one wasn't
kids.
good.
Yeah.
Sarah said she liked the one you said where you said about being creative. Keep being creative.
Yeah, everybody has a bit of creativity in them, even if they can't draw too well. So yeah, keep staying creative no matter what it is, sewing, baking. Stay safe.
Masturbating.
In a creative way.
Use
other form of content
use the opposite hand, and it is.
What's that called? Or you sit on your hand. Wait for it to fall asleep. It's got The Stranger or something like that. That's how you land a podcast.
That's how you end a podcast. Yeah. Anyway, so stay safe. Keep creating and masturbating.
That's your sign off now.
That's my sign off.
Locked in.
Take care.
Will I use that money to buy me a drink? Well, hell yeah, but I bet you would too.
You've been listening to the Mindmelt Podcast. Intro and outro music is Downtown Blues by Sean Barrett. Find his music at seanbarrett.bandcamp.com. You can also find his book at www.firstguitars.ca.
Downtown